that I've witnessed, male, female, and almost, I feel very fortunate to have made some of the right decisions in my life. Very lucky, that I'm here.
Okay, look, this right here, this little driveway area right here, it's the first place that I ever heard the Weeknd's music right here. Shout out to Oliver, of course, my brother. Oliver played me the Weeknd right here. This is my old building.
This is the rapper Drake right there. This is his house in Toronto. There was a shooting that happened earlier outside Drake's Toronto home. Now, police have yet to say if they believe the shooting is related to the Kendrick Lamar feud.
Y'all, what if I told you that one of the biggest names in music just got hit with the ultimate betrayal? And no, it's not from who you think. Imagine your closest collaborator turning into your biggest rival. And now, shots are literally being fired. Yep. We're diving into the messy, twisted beef between The Weeknd and Drake, a story filled with betrayal, shady moves, and, oh yeah, some serious street drama. So buckle up because this isn't just some petty celebrity feud, it's a full-on saga that's got everyone in Hollywood talking. From secret disses to mysterious shootings, the drama is thicker than ever. And trust me, by the end of this, you'll be questioning everything you thought you knew about their friendship. Let's rewind the clock.
Drake when I was in Toronto around Views, and he had nothing but lovely things to say about you. He's obviously stoked for your success. There's a little bit of a competitive edge going on there. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I mean, he's like, I came in as, my big bro, showed the world, what I could do. And then, from then on, it's been like, he's always been supporting me. I've always been, supporting him.
Back when The Weeknd was just a mysterious underground artist with a haunting sound that no one could quite figure out, guess who spotted his potential first? That's right, Drake. But wait, it wasn't as straightforward as you think. It was Drake's longtime producer, 40, who first stumbled upon The Weeknd's music and was instantly hooked. He introduced him to Drake, thinking they'd vibe, and oh boy they did, at least at first. Drake saw The Weeknd as the next big thing and brought him into his circle. He even wanted to sign him to OVO Records, but instead of sealing the deal, Drake played the cool mentor card, helping The Weeknd rise without locking him into a contract. Seems generous, right? Well, things got complicated real quick. The Weeknd contributed heavily to Drake's 2011 album, Take Care. He wasn't just lending his voice. He was writing songs and shaping the moody, atmospheric vibe that made the album iconic. But here's where it gets messy.
You get a bunch of people kind of just competing at the same level for the same shows and the same radio spots and stuff, and it breeds a lot of headbutting. And yeah, I think as we started to rise, the biggest thing and the most important thing was that everyone else got to see that it was possible.
Drake didn't give The Weeknd full credit for his work, at least not at first. Fans didn't even know how much The Weeknd contributed until much later. When the truth came out, Drake had no choice but to acknowledge it, but by then the damage was already done. Now you'd think they'd squash the tension, right? Nope. Drake was still trying to pull The Weeknd into OVO, but The Weeknd was playing chess, not checkers. He saw what was happening with other artists signed to Drake's label. They weren't exactly blowing up. The Weeknd realized that signing with OVO might mean living in Drake's shadow forever. So in 2012, he made a bold move and signed with Republic Records instead. Drake? Oh, he was big mad. After everything he did for The Weeknd, introducing him to the world, giving him a platform, he expected loyalty. But The Weeknd had other plans. Shortly after signing with Republic, The Weeknd publicly thanked Drake, but Drake wasn't having it. He tweeted, "You won't get away with just a thank you. You owe me a favor." Oof. And if you thought the drama stopped there, think again. Fast forward a few years. The Weeknd breaks up with his on-again, off-again girlfriend, Bella Hadid. And guess who swoops in? Yep, Drake. Coincidence? I don't think so. Rumors flew that Drake and Bella were seeing each other, and while no one knows how serious it got, the timing was sus, to say the least. But The Weeknd wasn't about to let that slide. He clapped back in his song, Lost in the Fire, throwing major shade at Drake with the lyrics, "I just want a baby with the right one, 'cause I could never be the one to hide." Sound familiar? Yep, a clear jab at Drake's secret child, which Pusha T exposed during their infamous beef. Now, fast forward to the present day, and things have gone from petty to dangerous. The Weeknd linked up with A$AP Rocky, Metro Boomin, and Future, all of whom have beef with Drake, to drop a track called We Still Don't Trust You. And oh, did it stir the pot. Metro Boomin even accused Drake of trying to block the song from hitting the radio, tweeting, "You tried to block that record, but I've been sitting on this email for a month sparing you." Yikes. But it doesn't stop there. things took a dark turn when The Weeknd's longtime manager, Cash,
We now know the home has ties to the artist The Weeknd. Scott Reif live in Air 7 HD with details. Scott.
Yep, Rachel, this is the home in question. Now, you see the emblem there on the basketball court. That's a record label of The Weeknd. And then you see the guard shack. You see a chair that's toppled over. And then you see what appear to be evidence markers.
was targeted in a mysterious shooting at his home. While Cash wasn't hurt, a security guard was shot and rushed to the hospital. The timing? Highly suspicious. And then, just weeks later, Drake's house in Toronto was hit in a drive-by shooting. Another security guard shot. The attacks mirrored each other so perfectly, people started whispering about revenge. At first, all eyes were on Kendrick Lamar, because let's not forget, he and Drake are in one of the most intense rap beefs we've seen in years. But Kendrick was quickly cleared, and all signs started pointing to, you guessed it, The Weeknd. Now, we can't say for sure who's behind these attacks, but the timing and connections are way too coincidental to ignore. And if you thought this was just some street-level drama, think again. The Weeknd threw even more shade at Drake on his new album. In I Can't Wait to Get There, he sings, "My enemies hate it 'cause I own my soul." A clear dig at Drake's attempts to control him during their OVO days. And let's not forget, Drake didn't even show up to the Grammys this year, while The Weeknd, who's been boycotting the Grammys for years, performed like he owned the place. Oh, and Kendrick? He swept up 5 Grammys, leaving Drake's name in the dust. So, what's next in this saga? Will they ever squash the beef, or is this just the beginning of something even bigger? One thing's for sure, this drama isn't dying down anytime soon. But y'all, I need to know, whose side are you on? Is The Weeknd justified in his shade, or is Drake the real victim here? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more juicy celeb drama, because trust me, there's always more tea to spill. See y'all in the next video, and stay messy.